Yep.
And you should check them all. Like, don't make the mistake of thinking, well, the first two work, so it must be arithmetic, or first three. Like, this one is. What does this say here? Trying to figure out what does this f of 1 mean?
The first
First,
term.
that's it. Okay, well,
Yeah.
this is pretty. So that's 0. The difference is 1. Um, not too bad, right?
Yep.
All right, so why don't you try 2 and 3, and let me know your answers to those. And again, they got to go up or down by the same amount. It's adding or subtracting. No
So
multiplication, no
2 is
division.
no.
Yeah, so
First
that you can
term is
still figure out the
3.
first term. That's still okay, but there is no common difference, or not
Yeah.
applicable, you could say.
And then 3 is yes, and it's going down by 4, and the first term is 31.
You got it. All right, so let's see if you can do the next 3, 4, 5, and 6. You will get a test question where it's like, it either is or it isn't. You probably one will be or one will not be. Things like that.
4 is arithmetic. First term is
Okay.
-8, and the difference is 6.
Positive 6 or negative 6? Because you said difference is 6. Did you mean
Yep.
6
Positive.
or negative 6? Yes. Yes. Very good. Okay.
Then 5 is not arithmetic. First term is -5.
Okay. Good. Keep going.
And then 6 is arithmetic. The first term is 1/4. The difference is 1/4.
Yes. Positive 1/4. Yeah. Good. Okay. Any questions on that?
Nope.
All right. Let me, yeah, well, I mean, is the goal to get through all of this tonight?
If we can, yeah. I mean, it's
Okay.
all pretty much review.
Okay.
Like if
So
I struggle on a certain type of problem, we can do more of those problems.
so, yeah, we'll see how we go here. So the third term here means that n is equal to 3. The seventh term is n equal to 7. Fourth term is n equal to 4. So you're just putting that number in for n.
Okay. So then um so A is or sorry, C is 10.
Okay.
A is it's 8. Or wait, yeah,
So
8.
again, like you're putting 2 times 3 plus 2 minus 2, which is 8.
Yeah,
2 times 7 plus 2 minus 2. So
yeah.
the fourth term would be 2 times 4 plus 2 minus 2. Yeah, you got it. So is the rule explicit?
Yes.
Right. I agree. Okay. Um, why don't you try number 8 on your own?
Turn number 8. Okay. Um, okay. The third term I got 10. For the seventh term, I got 28. And for the fourth term, I got 14.
Right. I didn't quite hear everything. The first one is 2 plus 4 times 2. which is 10. I think I heard that. The second one though is 2 plus 4 times 6, which is 26. I might have heard 28. And then last one here is 2 plus 4 times 3. If you're not showing your work, just that's the only way you're going to see mistakes here.
Yeah, no, that's what I got.
Okay, great. So is the rule explicit? Sure is. All right, any questions on that?
No, not for me.
Okay, so last time we talked about how to write the explicit rule. Um, the explicit rule here is you basically want to figure out well, this is not an arithmetic sequence.
That's supposed to be -10.
Oh, is it? And then
Yeah.
supposed to, well, no, this still is not arithmetic.
Oh,
This is actually a geometric sequence. So I don't know what to do. Say, I don't know, maybe ask your teacher,
yeah.
but we'll go to number 10 because it seems to work out better. Number 10, I can actually get to what I was trying to say. You want to figure out the difference, which in this case is -4, right? Each time, whatever the difference is, but then you go back and figure out the previous term. So it's the previous term, 35 minus 4n, for example.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So for 10, I got f of n is equal to 31 minus 4 times n minus 1.
Yeah, that does work. Sorry, 31. Yeah, that does work. Good. Okay. You got
Okay.
that down. Let's take a look at page 2. Page 2. I mean, you can see this is going to go pretty quickly. All right, let me snip this in here. Number 11. What is the common difference represented in the table? So you're just finding the difference in terms.
250.
250. So why don't you write an explicit rule for us?
Okay. F of n equals 250 plus 250 n minus 1.
Okay, that works for me. Any uh any any questions about how to do number 13?
Mm,
You're just using your formula and putting your number in.
No, you just plug the number in, right?
That's right. No big deal on that front. I assume you're allowed to use a calculator on this?
Mm, I got 2,500.
Okay. All right. Let's do so the next let's do 14, really similar. Um, kind of the same setup here as the previous one. What is the common difference?
$30.
Okay. How about the rule? 50 plus,
30 n minus 1.
okay, very good. Find the money in the account after 8 years. Wow, that's not very much. Now, wait a second here. Notice this is in months and this is in years. So we have to be careful here. we're interested in 8 times 12 or 96 months is the value of n.
Okay. Then 95. I got $335.
That's not anywhere. You said 335?
Oh, no, that's not right.
It's not anywhere near
I
enough. I
left
mean,
a zero out.
okay. What do you got here for this?
I gotta read about that. All right. $2,900.
Agreed. Okay. Might need to throw a dollar symbol in there. All right. So here is the next grouping of questions. You're just putting that value in for n. So
Okay.
it's not really all that different than what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Are you going to be allowed to use a calculator for this? Do you plan to use one?
Yes.
Okay.
Um, for f of 1, I got -5. For f2, I got
Good.
-11. And
Good.
for f of 13, I got 19.
Very good. Works for me. All right. So let's why don't you try the next one there, 18. Um,
Okay.
let me know if you have any questions about how to do them. It's basically the same, just different numbers, different equations.
F of 2 equals -1. F of -1 equals 11. F of 10 equals 32.
Okay. Um, so 19, what is 19 referring to? Use the graph. Oh, the graph. We don't have the graph. I gotta go
Couldn't
get
f
the
of
graph.
-1 be just 11?
Yeah, sorry. I just, yes. 19. So I gotta go get the next thing here. Ah, there it is. Well, actually, I don't see a graph for 19. Do you?
Did I cut it out? All right.
What does it look like if you can describe it? Or you can send it over.
Yeah, I'll just send it over.
Or, okay.
And then I don't know if you got this full page as well.
I got the next one that the next one's okay. The next, all of them look okay after this. Ah, there it is. Okay. All right, here we go. So this vertical line test means you draw a vertical line, and you can draw more than one, but let me actually do that here. So you draw a vertical line, you're like, how many times does it hit? Hits one time, hits one time, hits one time. So if it hits one time, that means it's a function. Yes. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah,
All right, now to do the rest of it, you now need to know that f of 2, for example, f of 2 means that x is 2. So you go wherever you see 2, I'm gonna do a different color here again. So you go to 2, you hit the function, what's the y value there? So you go down, you hit the graph, what's the y value? The y value is -1. Is that clear or not clear?
that's clear.
So the number in parentheses is the x value. So you go to 1. What's the y value there? Well, it's 0.
Okay.
And then same thing for 4.
Yeah, that's what I got.
All right, great. Let's move on to the next one, number 20. So again, use the vertical line test. You're going to draw a vertical line. How many times does it hit the graph? What would you say? Do you see that it hits twice?
Yeah, so
So this is
that would
this is
not be a function.
yeah. Now you got to be careful. Like if you draw this line, it doesn't hit ever. Problem is that's not in the domain. Like you have to do something in the domain. So from like -6 to 4, like that. Okay.
Okay,
Now you can still find these output values. Okay. Like even though it's not a function, you can still find them. So when you go to -1, it actually hits in two places. It hits there and it hits there. So you actually
it'd
need
be
to do
-2 and
8. And that's
8.
why it's not a function, because you don't know which one it is.
Okay, so
But
-6 only hits, I would say, around 4.
I think it's 3.
Oh yeah, 3 is right.
Yeah. And that one's only one time.
F of 4. Does 4 ever hit?
Yeah. Same
Is
thing.
that's 3 as well.
Yes. All right. So sorry, just getting back to where, oh yeah, it was in there. Huh, that's interesting. All right, 21. So 21, I don't have that. Maybe you have sent it in. There
Yeah,
it
I,
is.
I sent it.
There it is.
It's
Okay.
it's another graph. I should have resent.
No, that's all right. That's good enough. What do you think here? Is this a function?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a function. So yes, it is. Go ahead and find the outputs there.
Okay. Um, 4. I got 4, 8, and -8.
Yeah, that is correct. Very good. Any questions on that?
Nope.
Okay. At 22. Oh boy. I see. Wow, they really kind of all right. All right, so they give you four functions. The A, B, C, and D, you should be able to do relatively easily. So I guess try those four first. Let me know if you have any questions about that, and then we'll talk about how to do the next grouping of questions, E and F.
I got -29, 16, -6, and 23.
Okay, yeah, I would say -6. All right. And then you said, what'd you say for B?
16, and then
16.
D is 23.
Good. Okay. All right. So for the next grouping of questions, a little bit different. You are given these variable expressions. So we'll do them one at a time here. So E says h of a. So you go to your h function. Your h function is 12 over x. This h of a means to put an a wherever you see an x. So literally, you're just putting a in for x, and you're done. Like there's nothing more to do.
Okay, so it'd be just 12 over 8.
Yeah, that's it. For part F, it's a little bit more complicated.
Okay,
So you grab your g function. Your g function is minus 3x plus 1. This time, you're putting in b plus c in for x. So wherever you see an x, it's like almost like you treat it as if it's in parentheses. You put in a b plus c in for x.
okay. Then
Okay, so this becomes minus 3b minus 3c plus 1. G looks like something new, maybe you haven't seen before. I don't know.
I
Um,
don't think I have either.
okay, and it's once it's explained, you'll totally not. It's not really all that difficult, but so you start with the inside function. So the inside function is h of x. H of x is 12 over x. The outside function is f of x, which is x squared plus 7. You take the inside function, h of x, and you put it in for x in the other function. Okay, so you're going to put this in for x. So it's 12 over x squared plus 7 like that. You follow that? Like you take the whole function and put it in for the other function? Yes, no, maybe. Maybe you're muted. Up, you dropped out. Hey, Braden, are you back? Oh, there he is. Now he's back.
Hi, sorry about that. Our internet just cut out for some random reason.
No problem.
So it would be 12x. So
Yeah, so you're squaring the top, you're squaring the bottom, that's probably good enough. Okay,
so would it be f of parentheses h parentheses x parentheses, or would it just be
yeah, you can do that. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Let me grab these functions again. All right, so we're gonna do 8 now, letter H. All right, so the way H works is kind of a backwards problem here. They're saying the output is 1. So instead of the 16 replaces the whole thing here. So it's
Yeah.
16 equals minus 3x plus 1. So you're just gonna solve for
Hello? No. Well, yes, on my computer, but working on my phone. Yeah. X. So I got x equals -5.
that is correct. Very good. So try let me look at the next one here. H of x. Yeah, so try letter I. It's the same thing. You're just setting a new function equal to the number. So it's like 12 over x equals -2.
Negative. So x equals -24.
Uh, kind of in the right direction here. You're gonna diagonally multiply. 12 times 1 equals -2 times x. They sometimes call this a butterfly. I don't know if you agree or not, but and so it's 12x equals -2x. You divide by -2. I'm sorry, 12, not 12x. 12 equals -2.
Oh.
Yeah. So x equals -6, like that.
Okay.
All right, letter J is very similar. New function though. So we're setting J of x, I'm sorry, f of x. So f of x is x squared plus 7. So instead of f of x, you're replacing all of that with 23. You're going to subtract 7 from both sides. Now there are two solutions here. So when you take a square root, it's plus or minus,
Yeah,
right?
plus or -4.
Yep. And the teacher wants to see both of them. All right, any questions on that before we move on to the next grouping?
Nope.
All right. I don't know how many you have here. We're getting through a lot of this though. So 23 here. That's not what you want. All right, so we're using the graph instead of functions. So first one's here. You should be able to do A, B, C, and D. These are the X values. You're trying to find the Y values.
Okay. And
And maybe not obvious, but it is by 1 here, the scale.
yeah. B is kind of in a weird spot.
B,
It's not
B, X is 0.
C. No,
C,
C.
C 3. Yeah, I mean, just estimate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 3. -5 is 0.
Yeah, give me your numbers here whenever you got them.
2, 0, 3, and 0.
So do not agree with this one here. F of 3, you're
Oh, that's
going
a two.
down,
That's a
you're
two.
hitting. I mean, negative 1.8 would be kind of like ideal, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Um, Now these last two are a little bit more difficult. They're giving you the Y value. So
So you
there could be
find,
more than one answer. Like you basically are drawing a horizontal line at the Y value. And you're like, what are the X values?
but there should only be one answer, right? Because if it's a
Nope,
function,
nope, that's the other way. There could be two for this, or three or four. Could actually be many.
okay. Oh yeah, I see where it could be many. So like for F, it would be 0 and -5.
I'm gonna go -1 and -4.
No, for F, not for E.
Oh, for F. Okay. Yeah. For F, yes, it could be 0 or 5. Good. Good.
Yeah, so I had for when so when Y equals 2,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Uh,
yeah -4 and um let's think that's one, and so -4, -1.
So that is everything you sent over. We got a couple minutes left. Anything else you want us to look at tonight?
That's all I had.
Okay, so we're meeting on Thursday at 6, usual time. If you you know, send over something in advance.